running the rackets. It was Jewish immigrants, Italian immigrants, Irish immigrants. They did the same thing our young brothers is doing. Same thing that nobody said they was born to do. But in 1940, the white man decided to make the Irish white because they was not considered white till 1940. The Irish were not considered white till now. Do your research.
I feel like a official chauffeur. Like, this is the first famous person that's been in my car. Like, out of them 5,000 rides in the city.
Who famous? Nobody but Jesus and Michael Jackson. The rest of us building our profile.
I mean, I think there's such thing as living legends.
That's true, but it's to who? That's the whole thing. Like, it's people that the world don't know, but I hold dear. Teachers and people who might not have been on TV, but they've had an impact beyond one person, two people, five even, you know, like, so, shit, Mr. Gaucher, Miss Smith, Miss Hill, them people famous to me. I lose it when I see them, I cry. So it's different for different people. Alice Lovelace, who's a poet here in Atlanta, started the Arts Exchange. The world don't know her, but shit, if it weren't for her, so many artists might not develop into who they are. So, you know, I thank God, like, some people lose it when they see me. Some people just, oh my God, you know, because of the impact that poetry, my poetry that God gave me did for them. But, you know, I'm just Tamika from right here. This is my neighborhood. You had Boone and James P. Browley. This is where Curtis Snow in the Bluff.
This Snow in the Bluff. This the Bluff
really
right
ain't the Bluff. They made all this the Bluff. The Bluff is really that street up the street right there.
That's where we going?
No, we're going straight.
We going straight.
Yeah. This area, this is where I went to middle school. This is Kennedy Middle School. This is where I went to camp every summer with Camp Best Friends. You know, all you po kids, $5 a week, $8 a week. It was 2 of y'all, 3 of y'all, man. Y'all got it for 13. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I learned tap, ballet, jazz. This area, this Vine City. You know
Vine City, right.
So, same neighborhood mama can raise his children in. Every wall got a painting of who? Some amazing niggas. Oh, and we got the second statue of a black person in the nation. The first one is at Tuskegee at Booker T. Washington. The second one is at Atlanta, Georgia at Booker T. Washington. There had been no statues erected of black people up until then.
I love so much about Atlanta, stuff like this, like SNCC, Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee. Like, you just see those remnants of our pride and the things that the trajectory of our progress from then to now. Like, it's just, you don't forget when you ride through Atlanta. You can't forget.
Like right
you
now,
know?
what are we on? We on Martin Luther King for the make left on Joseph B. Loud.
Right. You can't forget.
I revel in the legacy of Atlanta. And some people get frustrated, but they don't want to live up to the excellence. That's why they get frustrated. Play your position.
And that's great.
That's great.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, play your position. And if your work is in a pure form, like you did it because the work needs to be done, oh, you'll be heralded great. But, you know, I just feel like people be too obsessed with a position but not the work. Like, so far, I have events over here on the west side, and it'd be amazing how they'll show up, black people like, I didn't know it was gonna be over here, and the white folks just happy as hell, ain't thinking about nothing. I'm just like, why are we so afraid of us? Especially when I'm around the other gods, you know what I'm saying? It's just what it is. So I don't get it. Like, my friends from California moved to Atlanta, like, it's too many black people. I was like, get your motherfucking back on the West Coast. I bet you know my conversation. Everything we speak is poetry. We live poetry. We fuck poetry. We eat poetry. We cook poetry. We don't do nothing regular. It's got to be extra.
Wow.
Where we going? Big Bear is straight down this street. You're going to go straight down.
We're going to Big Bear?
Yeah.
I drive past that all the time, and I never knew it was a grocery store.
Man, that's a good little grocery store with some fresh vegetables at a good price. They Asian
following them. Monkey see, monkey do.
Exactly. Shouted last Friday, a couple Fridays ago at Apache. I'm up there telling folk about what happened at my birthday party. And a rat jumped down off the damn pole, or what it is, the pipes. Scared, but you know what? I ain't see shit. I just seen niggas run. So I ran and jumped up on the chair too. Like, that what you do. That's what black people do. We ain't got time to ask no questions.
Right. Somebody running, we figure out why we running after we out of breath. Like,
we got here fans. This ain't enough of a ride for your business, for your thing. You gonna come back?
Oh no, it's cool. I'm gonna hang out while you go do your thing. I'm gonna hang out right in here. In the parking lot, yeah.
Okay. I'm just going to get some chitlins. You know, everybody don't cook chitlins, so it's only certain family members that you know still do old school cooking.
Right.
And I am one of them. I ain't have no choice. That's what my family want. I better have the hog maws in there and everything.
Who taught you to hate the texture of your hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin to such extent that you bleach to get like the white man? Who taught you to hate the shape of your nose and the shape of your lips? Who taught you to hate yourself from the top of your head to the soles of your feet? Who taught you to hate your own kind? Who taught you to hate the race that you...
I think that's what really where it should be. It should just be like it should just be the Georgia meat takeover for this one part. Like, for real, like, I'm like, I ain't gonna be able to cut none of this out. All right, so Tamika Festival.
Yes.
I've been to like 3 of them. Privileged to be to like 3 of them. We're gonna make it a 4th one.
Yes.
It's a lot going on. How did you? Was it always like a different event every day, or did it start with like one event and it turn into a weekend and then the week, or like how does it?
It started out like, I think it was 2 days.
2 days, okay.
2 days. It was like a Friday and a Saturday.
So just
it
2
might have been
events.
3 days. I don't remember first year. I just know we had Niggas Night, Queendom Come, and Family Affair Cookout.
Okay.
And it became Tamika Festival, and we went from 2-3 days, 4 days to 6 days, and 10.
Wow.
It was started because I did the fringes all over the world. I did the Edinburgh fringe in Scotland and lived there for 2 months, and I did the South Africa fringe for 2 weeks. I did the fringe in Australia, New Zealand, which was awesome. I had to love a nigga, you know what I'm saying? It was cute as hell.
Had a little Zealander?
I had a little Scotland too, you know what I'm saying? But
I had a little Scottish.
no Scottish niggas.
Oh, it was
God
niggas
sent
and Scottish.
Niggas to me. No matter where I am on the planet, he gonna send black penis. You understand me? He know what I need. And so that makes us the largest. And for the longest, I am trying to get them numbers up. I sure can't wait till it's just thousands of people descending upon Atlanta for these days of poetry, spoken word, dance, plays, comedy, think tanks. I want legislation to be going on. I want lawyers to be there so we can write laws. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is about the evolution of all and the edifying of us. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like black people make too many concessions to include people because we've been excluded. Some shit they invited to, but they are not a part of. You feel what I'm saying? Because when you say somebody's a part of it, they think they can have rule. You know what I'm saying? Or say. You don't get to say shit. Enjoy this shit. But you're exposed to my culture. You're not a part of my culture. We talking America. We a part of American culture. We talking niggas and black. No, you're not. You fuck how many dicks you suck and niggas you fuck, bitch. And that shit made me so fucking mad. I got black kids, so bitch. And I don't got no problem with teaching my friend in London. She had a black child. I met her through one of my homeboys here in America. Shout out to all the cool ass white people in the world. Thank God for y'all. And she came and got me, and I went and stayed with her in Sutton Hill for a couple days. And I had to teach her how to do her daughter's hair. I had to teach her about, you know, ash. You know what I'm saying?
Cocoa
like,
butter is used like this.
Nigga, she knew about pink lotion,
moisturizer?
or blue magic. You know what I'm saying?
Blue magic?
Of course not. Why would she? It's not part of a culture.
So what she been using?
She had nigga water
Yeah,
on
that's
this
social.
pretty baby hair. water. The little baby hair was so tangled and mad. I was so mad.
Damn.
But it ain't her fault she had a black child. And it was from a pure place. So we bonded.
Yeah.
And I just hate that our people got to be approved by others. We God bodies. We approved by birth. And I just want to spread that. You know, that's what I do. And I empower people. I don't want to keep it on the low, but at the same time, I be like, I don't want to get too big. They gonna come get me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I be thinking.
I know it's hard. How does one navigate that though? Like, it's like you got to tell the truth, period, regardless. Period. Like you like it's just gonna eat your soul if you don't.
Exactly.
But it's like trying to find a way to say it where as big of an impact can be made before somebody tries to short side you, or incriminate you, demonize you, degrade you in the public eye, so that your word, I want the damage to be done before they even think about making a move on me.
But that's my whole thing. I feel like I've done it. I feel like even if they came for me, I moved so covertly for so long in so many places. My impact is there. So even if they did something, it's done.
It's done.
The work is done.
The work
like
is
Pac say, I'm a pocket knight. I may not be the one to change the world, but I will be the one to plant the seed in the mind of the one that does. I mean, that's what I asked God for. I said, I want to do this, but I want it to be sponsored, God. I've been putting in, I didn't give up when everybody, and I don't mean everybody, but a lot of people who are close to me was like, well, you did it for 10 years, that's a good run, you can stop me. Or told me, this time he bought a line, I quote him, George, nigga love you and shit, but nobody want to spend a week with you. Cut this shit down to 3 days like that. That's my mama say too. I don't told you, cut it down. No, my vision is my vision. Everybody, people get upset because people don't agree with them. They ain't supposed to agree with you. That's your vision. Fuck you think? Tell me I'm crazy. That just encouraged me. Everybody they call crazy did some amazing things.
Facts.
Langston Hughes say, hang yourself with your words. And a poet's job is to feel. A lot of people disconnect, they ignore, they avoid. As a poet, you're supposed to go through. Like, I've had people actually get mad at the thought of me actually being successful. What you mean? Somebody paid you to go somewhere and read that little shit you be doing? How much they pay you? What, $100? $2,500? Shit, I need to do some poetry then.
Right now, all of a sudden, yeah.
I'm a dang bitch. I'm like, what you trying to say? He said, no, man, you gonna have exactly what you dream. So, because you work at it. It ain't just because you thought about it. You constantly doing stuff to make it happen. And nobody knew from Atlanta, so I did Broadway, make it right. I never just saw my work in no so-called poetry spot, like a cafe or bookstore. I seen my shit. I seen me opening for Whitney Houston. You know what I'm saying? God
saw
bless
that,
dead. But I'm gonna go on the road with Beyonce. It's happening.
All right. Just gonna get some tickets.
Nigga, I'm gonna have the tickets for you. If it ever came out about how I used to hate her husband, she might be a little bit mad. But I didn't hate him, it's just that I loved him so much that I had such high expectations for him. But that's my fault because I didn't know his vision. And he didn't tell nobody his vision.
Right.
And just because I wanted him to do shit when I wanted him to do it, don't mean he wasn't gonna do it. I owe that man an apology. And he gave like $100 and some thousand to for the water pumps in Africa. But it inspired people from all over the world to donate, which means they got like over $10 million or something like that. So, purpose. I just don't fuck with a lot of these little new groups that don't pop up. Like Black Lives Matter, when they first came out, their page was so not for black men. They didn't even mention black men, and that's why I started, because of the police brutality. And I love my sisters of the Sappho. That's all the gay bitches. But when you hate men, I have a problem with you. You can love who you want to love, but don't hate men. Don't exclude men. Don't act like you ain't got a brother, or uncle, or daddy, or homeboy that you love bitch. Goddamn, you immolate niggas.
Yeah.
You got some type of love for them. So I hate when they do that type of shit. That shit really just makes me mad. What's up, Abyss?
Abyss.
Abyss. Did it? No, it's still going. Hello?
What's finest?
Bro.
Yo, put Chico on the ones and twos tonight, yo. That's the crazy shit.
You got it, King.
Let's do it. That won't take it. Know that? No, it's not know that. No. Know that. Okay. Hey, how y'all doing tonight? Good. Doing good? Yeah. You feel good? Yeah. If you love God, make some noise. Woo! If you love yourself, make some noise. If you believe poetry heals the world, make some noise. In the right place tonight then.
Yes, sir.
So I don't know what poem to do. I had 3 poems in my heart. So I'm gonna let y'all pick which one I do. It's either gonna be like dramatically romantic. Cause I feel like that's what y'all wanna hear. Or I get some old personal shit. It's a poem in my heart. But
Do that personal shit, God.
then I got some new shit. I got a new ass poem that nobody's ever heard ever. So, which I want, the romance, the new shit, or the personal? Damn, alright, I gotta do the new shit. It wasn't ready, but we gonna have to make it ready, alright? So,
Do it.
alright. If you wanna hear the other poems, you can follow me at Mr. B-Rock, Mr._B_Rock, Mr. B-Rock, that's Mr. B-Rock on everything, Instagram, YouTube, SoundCloud, Reverb Nation, MySpace, BlackPlanet.com, Christians Mingle, Farmers Meet, all of that. Find it. This will be out. Anyway. Don't judge me. At the next election, I'm voting for everybody black.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
All the blacks. Well, except the conservative blacks that think we can make America great again, and except the liberal blacks that think welfare will improve our welfare. Oh, and no black Republicans or black Democrats, no black presidents, black senators, black representatives, or councilmen. I'm not voting for Tiffany Haddish to be the first African-American woman to host SNL. I'm not voting for Ronald E. McNair to be the first African-American astronaut in outer space. I'm not voting for another black face to integrate a white place. No. I'm not voting for the first black this or first black that. I'm voting for everybody black that will bring change to what is already black. I'm voting for black fathers who can't live without raising their children.
Right.
I'm voting for black mothers who don't shelter their boys out of fear of racism. I'm voting for black cops that still say fuck the police.
Come on.
I'm voting for black lives who stand up for black lives killed by other black lives because there's still no justice and niggas dying every day. I'm voting for Floyd Mayweather to read the autobiography of Muhammad Ali. I'm voting for my little cousins who don't care what color their teacher is more than their whitewashed textbooks. I'm voting for my alma mater that treats homecoming like National Cookout Day. I'm voting for everybody black in corporate America getting that money. And then giving 10% back to the hood you came from. I'm voting for everybody black. All the comedians that can help us laugh at our pain. I'm voting for Tiffany Haddish when she starts a GoFundMe to start her own Saturday Night Live. I'm voting for everybody black that doesn't praise a white Jesus more than their ancestors running through our veins. They died for the right to vote, but that doesn't mean voting in a corrupt system is right. So I'm voting for my goddamn self. Because a black man in a black house is worth way more than a black man in a white one.
Fuck that shit.
tell people all the time, they be so worried about their brain that they lose their legacy.
I've been reading, cause I've been writing. My brother said you gotta be the best reader to be the best writer. So if life was gasoline, I'd be the best lighter, because that's when the light that does blows life up like a suicide hiker, jacker in your eye ducts. Now he don't give a fuck, but how do I give him my fuck? Where do I find the fuck? The goose and a bunch of ducks. How can I forget that I'm the fragrance in a room with a bunch of skunks? I turn it up like a social gathering that became a house party to the after party. Well, we at my house getting naughty. I'm Mike Lowry. I tend to mix up the words psych and sorry. Had 2 decent girlfriends, the rest were Paul Hardley. Crazy like Gnarls Barkley, high off the green parsley, lighting it up like the sun, or Charles Barkley, clowning like Charlie Brown. Girlie thicker than Charlie Dickens. I read that book last year, still don't know what the pages ended. So I asked her where her pages ended. Smooth as sugar, you know she's splendid. Cup was white, the cream was silk, but the best part is that the coffee was black. Yup, the coffee was black, and I like that. And I like that. Haters can lie flat. I don't need no directions, got my own map. I got my own map. I ride alone, but I might like some company on the way back. Cause I like that. Yeah, I like that.
What the fuck?